Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to a late night edition of BBallBreakdown, where we'll look at the end of the Rockets-Mavericks game. Before we get to that, however, one mention of the Mavericks defense. They gave up double-digit layups and three-pointers, a recipe for disaster for a team that is already below average on defense. You can see very little resistance here on most of these shots, and once Chandler Parsons went down, it became almost impossible for the Mavericks to outscore the Rockets for the win, which is their only hope in the playoffs, and against teams with the higher seed, I think their efforts will prove futile. Up by 5, the Rockets want to take as much time as possible on their possessions, but once they run an initial ball screen, they bring new definition to the word stagnant, almost to the point where they were going to take a knee and let the clock run out. Without any movement, the Mavericks can actually look like a good defensive team right up to the point where Rondo gets blown by and no one rotates over. That said, this ended up being a late shot, and the refs eventually reversed the call and took the 2 points away. On a high pick and roll, the Mavs get a switch of Harden onto Dirk, exactly what Dallas wants. Jason Terry times his double very well as Dirk was picking up his dribble. However, he still could have got his shot off, instead kicking it out to Monte, who can't knock down the shot. The Rockets attack by screening with whomever Dirk is guarding. When they don't get the switch, they swing it, but they let way too much time tick off the clock, and Jason Terry didn't appear to realize the shot clock was about to expire. 2 bad possessions in a row. Another simple pick and roll gets too easy of a switch of Brewer onto Dirk, and this is why you don't send Jason Terry over to double. It won't affect Dirk shooting the ball one bit. Up by 3, Devin Harris foolishly tries to take a charge and ends up giving Corey Brewer a wide open shot. Because Dirk had to rotate over, his man Josh Smith easily corrals the rebound, and the Rockets can reset and take more time off the clock. Harden again calls for a screen with Dirk's man, and it gets them a great play. Dirk is too slow these days to hedge that high up, and Smith beats him to the middle. However, because Smith is so left-hand dominant, he doesn't do what he should have done, which was plant the left foot and step with his right to shoot a right-handed layup. Instead, he goes right back into the defense and misses the bunny badly. The Mavs rush right back down and immediately get the Rockets leaving their feet and out of position all over the place. After Harden and Smith ran to Monte, they both leave him all alone. Poor communication, and this was as good a shot at tying a game as Dallas will ever see all year long. Again, Monte is off, and watch Devin Harris. He has to know he's the safety that must get back on defense, yet he just stands there, and the Rockets take advantage. Ariza hits one of the free throws, which is all the Rockets need to make this a 2-possession game. Then Dallas runs a very basic out-of-bounds play where Monte hits Dirk and runs on the high side for a pitch back. Ariza had called for a switch. Josh Smith does not move an inch in that direction, and it is all the space Monte needs for this really nice cross back to the middle of the rim layup. However, the Rockets make their free throws, and when JJ Barea can't finish this layup, their fate is sealed.